Hello, my name is Clemens Schotte. I'm the program manager for Azure Maps. Do you like to understand how pricing is working for Azure Maps? Let's dive into it. When you talk about Azure Maps pricing, it is pay for what you use. You don't have upfront cost. The bill is on a monthly basis, so you don't need a contract for a year. It is just create an Azure Maps account. You use it maybe for one day and then you basically stop using it. Uh, you only pay for what you have used. But there is also something else. We have also free transactions every month. So if you stay below the free transactions, you can even use Azure Maps for development and small websites for free. You only pay for everything that is above the free tier. And actually, I want to show you that on our website. So we have an Azure Maps pricing website where you see basically the different services what we have in Azure Maps. You see the amount of transactions what you get free every month, what you can consume without any cost. And if you consume more than, for example, 5,000 tiles in a month, then you basically pay $4.50 per thousand transactions. So that is a good thing to know. And then a lot of customers asking, yeah, how can I calculate actually the pricing? Now we have actually an Azure calculator. In the Azure calculator, you can actually add Azure Maps to the calculator. So it will be added to the bottom of the calculator. And there you can say, maybe I have 10,000 tiles, what I consume on a monthly basis. And then you know actually the price what we calculate for that. Of course, this is just the list price. If you already have an Azure account, a subscription, and have maybe an enterprise agreement with Microsoft, there can be some discounts involved. Then you need to log in to the Azure calculator to see your specific pricing. So it's currently only showing you the list pricing, but if you want to have your own pricing, you basically need a login there. Another thing is, I'm always talking about not about API calls, but I'm talking about transactions. So what is basically a transaction? We have in our documentation, and I can share you the link later on, understanding of Azure Maps transactions. There we explain actually what a transaction is. So for example, if I have a tile on a map, then I only pay, or I get actually 15 tiles, but it will cost me only one transaction. So you can have multiple API calls, but it will still calculate only one transaction for that calculation. So if you're using the pricing calculator and you're going to fill in the X amount of API calls, then you're getting a way higher number than that for a year, what we are basically not going to charge you, because you need to divide that by 15 if you're talking about tile request, for example. Now let's go back to the slide. So I talked about pay for what you use, no upfront costs, monthly basis. We have free transactions. You have seen the pricing calculator and the price list. And also understanding what a transaction is. If you somehow also using Azure Maps in Power BI, you don't need to have an Azure subscription. The Azure Maps visual in Power BI is already included in the license of Power BI, so there are no additional costs involved in that sense. So thank you for listening and watching to this session about Azure Maps. If you need additional information, you can follow the links on top on this website. And of course, if you have additional questions, please answer them in the chat. in the comments, and we try to answer them where we can. Thank you, and have a nice day.